I don't necessarily feel like watching a movie today. So, and I've been watching a couple of these, like, confession things or whatever. So I was like, you know what? I should do r/am I the asshole again. And I saw one that caught my eye because it could be juicy, could be perhaps divisive, and I'm gonna listen to some late 2010s music because I missed the last time anyone was happy. Am I the asshole for putting my male 33 mental well-being... Oh wait, that's the wrong one. Am I the asshole for telling my stepfather to take his religion and shove it up his ass? ETA, estimated time of arrival. What does ETA mean in this context? The visitation was that I saw my mom on the 20th of each month. I turn 18 in 5 days, so I never have to see her again and have chosen not to. Okay, this was literally 10 hours ago, so this is a 17-year-old, presumably boy. I see him and my mom once a month. He told me that because I'm his stepson, I should convert to his religion instead of staying an atheist. This is already not great. No, you don't do that. No. Went on a lecture about stuff, including how I shouldn't eat food his religion prohibits, and began giving me a list. I asked him if he's kidding. He said no, he was serious. I'm gonna stop you right there. This kid hasn't agreed to convert yet. And I don't think he's going to. But, like, even if he was gonna convert, you don't have the right to say, you need to do this, you need to do that, for my religion that has nothing to do with you yet. What? What is wrong with religious people? I'm so serious right now. Why are they like this? Like, who are you? Then he also told me I should get circumcised and that he'll make an appointment for me. That's just weird. Why does he even know that this minor is not... Even if he wasn't a minor, why would he know that? Who told him that? Or, like, why is he looking? Second of all, no. I am, there are very few, as someone who's American, where I am, very few respectful religious people, and it's fucking annoying. I don't know, y'all have no right to tell other people what to do, much less what to do with their bodies, and I don't understand what's not clicking. Brainwashing goes crazy. Entitlement goes crazy. That's why I told him what I said in the title. Justified, as you should. My mom got really defensive of him and later told me I shouldn't attack him like that when he is just trying to do what he thinks is best. No, he's trying to be controlling and enabling him rather than putting your child above the bullshit. You're just as bad. I haven't answered her calls or texts. Am I wrong for giving her the cold shoulder like this? Update. I called her and asked if she's going to make me convert. She said that she thinks I should because it would be good if I have religion as a moral compass. Meanwhile, religious people are the most immoral ones on the planet. But okay. Look at all the things that they've done, like, historically, but whatever. I told her I don't need some book telling me what's right and wrong. And she got mad at that, because they don't like being told the truth. Told me her husband is trying to... Oh my fucking God. I hate this gaslighting, manipulative bullshit. I'm trying to save you. No, you're not. And I never asked for that. I have a stake in this fight. That I'm being an ungrateful brat, so I told her I will never see her again and hung up. This is so much for a 17-year-old. Anyone to be going through, but much less a 17-year-old. This poor kid. Not the asshole. You are certainly old enough to decide your religious beliefs or lack thereof. What you said would have been rude had he not said he'd make an appointment. Not even then. The second he started trying to control this kid, he had the right to say that. It just went overboard when he started the circumcision. That was way too pushy and warranted your response. We're used to this kind of shit, but how can you take seriously a religion that demands your foreskin? That's a hefty entry fee. 1 foreskin, please. But that's so funny. New husband is an abuser. Count on it. Yes. Controlling, and she's enabling it. This is his play to take control over OP by forcing OP to accept pain and degradation, using OP's love for his mother as a lever. I don't know if I'd say that, because we don't know all that, but He's definitely controlling, and they're both trying to gaslight this kid. I'd argue the father-in-law is simply trying to destroy the mother-son relationship so he can better control his wife. He doesn't expect him to become religious or give a shit either way. It's about breaking her away from family and friends who might disrupt his authority over her. So this is a big assumption. We do not know the history of the relationship between these two. It's very possible that the controlling nature has just been building up and he has successfully begun to ostracize her. However, we don't know that for sure. We only know this one thing. Since we don't know if the behavior is just now starting or has been building up, likely it's been building up, but we don't know that. She's allowing this to happen. That should be the thing that shakes you a little bit and makes you think this is wrong. She's just going with it. What's weird to me is that his mom told her husband that her 17-year-old is uncircumcised gross. And there's no way you can spin it that makes it okay. How do you just casually tell someone that? Or why is he asking? It's horrible either way. OP is very much not the asshole for telling them both to fuck off, but I think he should make it clear to them why. Make it very, very, very clear that this is not just him being hostile for no reason. This is his mom choosing him and his religion over her son. Yes. And ideally, say that you love her and would have a relationship with her, but you have zero interest in a relationship with him. So if the two of them are a package deal, that means you're out. Yes, obviously, he should try to reach the mom, but you cannot help someone who doesn't want to be helped. So if she continues to choose the husband, that's it, unfortunately. And also, unfortunately, this is not a rare thing. I don't understand choosing an abusive man over your own child. I don't get it. If anyone would like to explain the psychology behind it to me, I am all ears. I'm not being judgmental. I just, having witnessed this and experienced similar things myself, I'm like, what is wrong with you? Am I the asshole for suggesting an open marriage since my husband won't have sex and begs me to not divorce him? My husband, 48 male, and I, 46 female, have been married for well over 20 years. Our youngest left the house 8 months ago, so it's just us two left. I would have expected our sex life to get better. I don't have a high sex drive, but once a week what just happened to me? Once a week or twice a week is good with me. You're married and you haven't had sex in 6 to 7 months? Whoa. Whoa. That's kind of crazy. I've spoken to my husband about this, but he usually doesn't. Am I allowed to say these words? He usually doesn't want to do any actual physical activity. He asks me for a yes, but doesn't want to give. I already think that's kind of icky. No one is obligated to perform any act on anybody. I just think let's wait until, we're both in the mood. Because unless the giver is okay with not getting anything back, then do whatever the hell you want. But me personally, why should I give if I'm not going to get? I'm not a charity. Throughout our marriage, it was fine, but these last few months have just consisted of this. I've spoken to him multiple times about this, and the other thing he said is that he is tired, or that he just doesn't feel up for it. It ruined my self-esteem. I'm getting older and I don't look the same as I did years ago. I finally got fed up about this. I was honest and I told him that this is ruining my self-esteem and making me insecure about myself and my age, and he didn't even care. He said whenever everyone gets older, they don't want to have sex much anymore and just switch the subject. That's not true though. And he's only 48. So what? After so many attempts of trying to speak to him about this and him just brushing it off, I brought up divorce. He begged me to not even bring it up, that he needs me in his life, that we've been together for this long and there's no point in divorce. I told him that he can't just leave me around with no intimacy. What the? Why can't I speak? And expect me to be fine with it. I finally brought up the idea of an open marriage and he immediately refused. He told me he couldn't ever see me with another man. It was back and forth until I just gave up. I don't know if I was a horrible person for even bringing this up, but I feel miserable here. I mean, not the asshole. Okay, because by the end of this, it's like, I don't know, what does he expect her to do? Why should she be forced into celibacy? That's weird, right? That's weird. And if she gave up on the idea of divorce and you're gonna stay together, what is wrong with an open marriage? That's weird. There's something more going on here. Is he cheating? Is he actually not attracted to her anymore, but is just so used to having her around? Is he lazy and doesn't want to take care of himself and that's why he needs her around? I see this. I was actually going to say, but it also could be, when I first saw it, I was like, this could be a medical issue. And my first thought was something that happened on the Grey's Anatomy spinoff. But yes, but also the last part is weird. Like I said, what does he expect her to do? Like, it's fine if there's something medical going on. You can't control that. But, like, we don't know that yet. Right now, you're just kind of leaving her literally out to dry. 46 is actually so young for him to be giving up on your sex life. Honestly, he should get his testosterone. He should check his testosterone levels. It's not uncommon for big dips in men in their late 40s. Could be a pretty easy fix with treatment. This is a real thing. I'm 48 now. Around the time I turned 40, my energy level and sex drive just dropped off a cliff. I went through a lot of stress in my life and didn't realize that it would go months and months without any interest. Talked to my doc who ran tests and started me on injections, and it did wonders, more energy. If he wants to keep the marriage and loves you, he needs to step up in his actions. You can't fix this by yourself. If he won't take action, you'll have to decide what you want. That is also, though, what's most important here. If he can't recognize, if he's not cheating, if he can't recognize that something is up, I mean, putting it blatantly, like, girl, that is not your problem. Oh, yeah, the giving thing. I forgot about that. Yeah, but he's still... If he was avoiding activity altogether, that might be something to look into. But the fact he's still asking shows that he's very, very much has enough testosterone to maintain his libido. I'm chalking it up to laziness/selfishness. Okay, I see all sides of this. I don't think she's an asshole, but about him, it's undecided. We just don't have enough information. Am I the asshole for refusing to look after my parents when they get older? My parents have been very vocal their entire lives that their money is theirs to do with as they please. They will not help their children if they financially struggle. And if there is nothing left for us in the will when they pass, well, tough shit. You're not the asshole, I can tell you that right now. Fuck them. How are you going to give your kids nothing and expect care when you're old? I don't vibe with parents above a certain age, at least. As they've gotten older, they've started talking about what they want to happen if, when they start needing physical care as they age, they absolutely do not want to be looked after by strangers and would prefer one of us take care of them instead so they can stay in their own home. They've said that whichever one of us chooses to do this will get the lion's share of the will. That's so they're encouraging a dogfight? If you take care of me, I'll actually give you something for once? That's crazy. At the time they said this, the offer was very tempting. My siblings make significantly more money than I do, and it would give me the chance to be comfortable in my own old age. I have also worked as a CNA for over a decade, and I'd be okay doing so in a way my siblings just wouldn't be, which is probably also why I'm the only one my parents actually mentioned this deal to. And then I thought about it a little more, and I'm not so convinced it would be worth it. I worry that I would end up providing 24/7 care for very little upfront pay for potentially years, only to be told that I get most of nothing because my parents spent it all before they died. They did say that their money is theirs to do with as they please. My parents aren't outrageously wealthy or anything. They've since mentioned it again, and I told them that because I have children, I'll probably still have to work full-time whenever they're at that point, and it's just not worth it. They tried to hide it, but they're obviously annoyed at me and kept trying to argue that financially I would be making a mistake, but I'm just not sure I trust them, really. If they really want you, they need to pay you up front. Even then, they're not wealthy. So how much money could they really have? And you're already the least financially fortunate out of your siblings, and to have kids on top of that. It would definitely not be worth it. You have children, you can't be on call for your parents 24/7. Yeah. Their original attitude of not helping their kids financially and spending everything before they die has now come back to bite them in the ass. So a bit of karma, perhaps? Yeah. That was fun. That was quick. I love getting on the internet and judging people.